Hey guys, it's Sophie and Jamie's here again. While we're on the topic of musicals, we have a musical quiz that we found online. So I'm going to be asking Jamie questions and I'll answer them as well. So let's get started because there are a lot of them. First one, plays or musicals?
Musicals.
Musicals. When did you start liking the performing arts?
I first joined a drama class when I was 5 and I was at that one for 12 years. So
same pretty much. I joined when I was 4 and I was there for 11 years.
Parents always took me to the pantomime and I loved just watching them.
I think I was always obsessed with singing. Just always singing, and then more into theatre as I got older. So, yeah. Have you ever been in a musical?
Not a full-length proper one, no.
I've been in junior adaptations of musicals, so a lot of musicals get adapted for junior versions, and the performing arts school I went to, like a weekend school I went to, did a lot of junior versions of musicals, so I've been in a few. I was Yenta in Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who I was in the rest. I was a pink lady once. What is the first musical you saw in the West End?
Fame, when I was 8.
The first musical I saw was with you. You took me to London. We saw Two in a Day. Which one did we see first?
Wicked.
We saw Wicked. So Wicked. Perfect. Wicked's the first one I ever saw.
In the West End.
In the West End, and I saw Cats before that, but not in the West End.
And Legally
My
Blonde.
folks are not, and Legally Blonde. My folks are not that into musicals, so I was never really taken up to the West End until I was old enough to go on my own. What female character would you be if you could? Do you want to do your just one or like top 3? Or
We go with top 3.
top 3.
Currently it would be Francesca in the Bridges of Madison County, just because that's so good.
Is that number 1?
Probably, but it needs to be open and needs to run for a long period of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2?
Triple A Alphabet would be pretty cool. It'd just be good fun. And Christine, pretty iconic one.
Okay.
From Phantom.
Just to let people know. My first would be Elphaba from Wicked. My second would be Glinda from Wicked. And my third, I'd quite like to be Flick.
Oh,
from
in-between.
In-Between musical, which doesn't even exist yet. Which is kind of why I'd like to be her, because the album art has got a red-headed girl as her, and it would be nice to be the first of a role. So, male character, we'll do top 3 again.
Phantom, that would be my top one. Really want to play Phantom. Would love to be Sam in Ghost. And there are so many for third.
I made a list of this once, I should have brought it with me because I can't remember.
Javert would be cool, but then there's Robert from Bridges of Madison County again, Fiero, Khashoggi from We'll Rock You. There are so many.
You've got to pick a lot, basically,
Lots.
Jamie would be.
Yeah, but the top 2, Phantom and Sam.
I think my first might be Emmett,
Oh,
Legally
from
Blonde. I'd really like to be Emmett. Second, I'd like to be Bok. I'm not sure I'd want to be Fiero, actually.
Really?
It's not a character I associate with. I'd like to be Bok. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
From Wicked, obviously, because I'm Munchkin. I have no idea for third. I wrote these down. Probably, I can't remember what his name is from Avenue Q. Princeton. Princeton. I'd quite like to be him. What is your favourite song to sing in the shower from musical theatre?
End of Defying Gravity is great fun.
Yeah.
Or Endless Night from The Lion King. There's one little line that you can just belt out really powerfully in the shower. It's quite fun.
I don't actually sing in the shower. I don't like singing in the shower.
Really?
I sing loads around the house, but I don't sing in the shower.
It's the
If
steam,
I
the
do,
steam's so
it's not a
helpful.
belty song. No, I find it doesn't do much
Really?
for me. If I do, it won't be a belty song, it'll be a soft one, like I'll occasionally sing on my own, like the beginning. And I'll sing quietly, because I'm very conscious of people hearing me in the shower when I'm not singing as well as I could be. So I'm alright people hearing me if I'm singing well. Your favourite musical theatre actress?
Carrie Ellis.
Carrie Ellis, who we're seeing soon as Elphaba, which is my favourite character. Your favourite actor?
Ooh.
This is a lot harder. Carrie Ellis is obvious.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder. I think I pretty much know.
I think we probably would both say Oliver Thompson.
Oliver Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to congratulate him on his baby. I saw him like just after his wife was found out she was pregnant, so I was like, that was exciting. That's when we saw We Will Rock You, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We both got to congratulate him. Favourite film adaptation?
As in, has been turned into a film.
Turned into a film from a musical.
If
This is a
they could sing
touchy
really well
one.
in Les Mis, it'd be great.
Yeah. The problem with film adaptations, especially more current ones, is they want names
Go for actors.
and great actors, not necessarily musical theatre singers.
IMDb rumoured Leah Michele is going to be Elphaba in the movie, and Harry Styles is going to be Fiero.
Who's Liam? Which one's Leah Michele?
The one that's in Glee?
I'd be okay with her.
She can sing.
she
She was in
can
Spring
sing.
Awakening and was really good in that.
I'd be very, very okay with her. I'd be happy if they picked her above a lot of other people. Harry Styles, he can sing. It's the acting for him I don't know about, and I don't know.
Sorry, I'm allowed to say that on YouTube.
Amanda Seyfried,
Seyfried.
however you pronounce it, is rumoured to be Glinda, and that just doesn't work. She's a lovely actress. She can sing, but she's not like in your face. She's not Glinda. She's too soft and delicate.
But they're
We haven't even picked one. We've just
they're
ranted.
doing Into the Woods. That's coming out soon. They just released the trailer today, and the trailer's really cool. So I'm really excited for that. And The Last 5 Years, I'm looking forward to. Looks
Wicked's
good.
coming out next year. Isn't
So
it?
one
It
of
is
those
next
three.
year. And I'm really looking forward to Wicked because the guy who's writing the film is the guy who wrote the script for the musical. So he's going to keep in the good bits. So if they get the right actors for Wicked, I will love it. I know it's going to be good because he'll keep the right bits.
Yeah.
It's down to who's in it. So.
Oh, the Phantom movie. That's already out, and that's
Actually,
a good
I
adaptation of that.
really liked that.
So,
I really enjoyed the
Phantom
Phantom movie.
Okay, next one.
The most overrated musical.
Don't hate me, but it would have been Wicked, just because
There is a
all
lot
of the
of
fun
hype.
girls. They
There's
go
a lot
crazy.
of hype.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
No. But then we saw it with Louise Dearman, who acted the crap out of it, and it was
Yeah.
so good. So I
Louise is
could
probably my
understand.
second favourite Elphaba. Actually, she's definitely my second favourite Elphaba.
And the movie of Les Mis, everyone is
I
still
think Les
singing.
Mis is the most hyped one because of the movie, and
And it's so
like,
annoying. And people are like, musical theatre's gay, but Les Mis movie.
yeah,
Make up your mind.
it's annoying. Anyway, what musical made you cry the most?
Okay. I went up to see Ghost with my mum, and I was a bit younger, so she was worried about losing me in London. And so she came up with a word that if we got separated and someone came and found me, that would be the word she'd have told them to go with them, basically like a password kind of thing. And then in Ghost there's a bit where he's died, spoiler, and Oda Mae Brown is trying to talk to Molly with Sam there, and Molly doesn't believe it at all until Oda Mae says ditto, the word that they both kind of knew. And then I was like, oh god, because it was that morning that my mum had told me the word that we would use, so
That's a good idea.
it was really, really, really sad. I just started crying
That
because
is probably the one I've cried most
It
at
was-
as well.
just, yeah.
It's heartbreaking. It actually is. I think the one I cried most at. I didn't cry at Les Mis. I thought I would.
Heart
But
of stone.
I think it's because Ghost follows like specific people very closely, and Les Mis follows quite a few
There
people.
were lots of people,
That when they all died, I cried a little, but not as much as Ghost because it was spread out sadness.
yeah.
What made you laugh the most? This might be the same as well. A lot of our answers are the same.
Yeah. Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book of
So
Mormon. It was absolutely hilarious. Avenue Q was also
that
great.
one, yeah, that was
That
my
is a
other one.
very close second. Have you ever seen a show, like a musical, and hated it?
I wouldn't say I hated it, anything, but there are two that I can kind of think of. Normally I would buy like the recording, but I didn't for these two. The first one was Cabaret, and I just could not get into it. The first act, I was like, what is going on? I just didn't get it, and then it all kind of made sense in the second act. They brought it all back and made it really, really powerful, because obviously it's set in the war, so it made much more sense and was like, whoa. And then the other one would be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which has the most incredible set, but everything else is just a bit mediocre in comparison to everything else in the West End. The acting isn't great. I mean, it's a child's show, but when the two adults, Willy Wonka and Grandpa Joe, carry the show instead of the kids, it doesn't really work. So I'd say that was the one I was most disappointed with. I was expecting more, because Matilda's so good. So I'll go with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I'm going on.
Okay. I can't think of any that I've seen and hated, but I think that's mostly because if I kind of know before I see a show if I'm not going to like it. Like, I'll listen to songs and things like that, unless they're ones like Ghost you told me not to listen to at all. Well, it was amazing, but I won't be your judgment on that. I kind of know if I'm not going to like a musical.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because I don't think I'll like it. Because I've seen the film, I prefer the first film rather than the second one. But it's not the sort of thing that I think I'll enjoy. So I've not seen any that I hated, because I think if I don't like them, I'm not going to go see them, because I kind of know. I've lost where I am. What show do you want to see as a film? I don't really, because they're better on. They're always better on stage because they're live, and it's.
But I think Bonnie and Clyde would make a really good film adaptation, and that's the only one that I can really think of that would make a good film. Oh, we didn't mention Rent when we talked about movie adaptations of a musical.
I haven't
Rent's
seen the
a
movie.
good one, but still prefer the stage show of that. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, we'll go with that.
I think we were saying earlier, Book of Mormon would be good.
Yes,
Book
yeah.
of Mormon would be very funny as a film. I think the funny ones can pull it off better than the ones that go off like audience awe. You don't get the same reaction in the film, so it's not the same. So. What musical
I'm
you?
leaning something on here, so my shoulder looks really high.
Oh, it's fine. What musical are you dying to see?
I'd love to see a professional production of The Bridges of Madison County, but also The Lord of the Rings would be awesome.
Lord of the Rings would be great.
The musical, and Carrie Ellis and Wicked.
Carrie Ellis and Wicked. I mean, we've got that booked. It's going to happen, but I'm still can't wait. I can't think of anything. I think if there's one I'm dying to see, I'll go and see it. I tend not to, because I don't. There are not as many that I want to see as you. Like, you have like loads that you want to see, and I have a smaller selection, which means I can be like, I really want to see this one, so I'll go and see it. I'll make it happen, because I don't want to see hundreds. There are. I think I've probably seen all the ones I really want to see, like Book of Mormon once, Wicked. I've seen Wicked 4 times now. Heading for the 5th. And this is the last one. What is your favourite musical of all time? I can just say to begin with, Wicked.
Yeah.
It's Wicked. I won't even try and hide the fact.
That's such a hard one. Probably Ghost, just because I followed that from the original people.
How many would you like to tell our dear viewers how many times you've seen Ghost? Not including your work experience, and then including your work experience. Because you actually got to work there.
Which is why it would also be such a special show to me. But I saw it 6 times in London, because when it announced it was closing, I was like, got to buy tickets.
So already more than I've seen Wicked.
And then 3 times on tour, so 9 overall. And I worked with the show for 5 days, Monday to Friday, so that would have been 6 shows, and then they had a rehearsal 1 day as well, so 7. So overall I've seen and worked on 16.
16. That's 4 times as many times I've seen Wicked. I'll catch up. I don't think Wicked's closing anytime soon, so I'll catch up.
Catch up.
That's everything. So thank you for watching. As you can tell, we're obsessed a little bit with musicals. We're probably going to do a couple more quiz tags. At the moment we only have tags with questions, but if you have any suggestions, I really want to do more tags. I don't know if you want to do more.
Well, this
you
was
can
fun
do them with
too,
Jamie, or I can do it with other people. It'd be nice to have like maybe quite a few people in one video. The more the merrier. But if you can think of any tags, please do let me know, and I'll see you next time.